Wow. First of all, I owe Sam a little bit of money for that. That's a very nice introduction, Sam. Thank you. Welcome to the Iowa Freedom Summit. I hope you all are enjoying it so far. It is going to be a wonderful day. We're just getting started. We're just getting warmed up, and I'm so honored and proud to be here with you. My name is David Bossie. I'm president of Citizens United. And as Sam said, we're so proud to be co-hosting this important conference. First, I just want to say a thank you to Congressman Steve King. This event wouldn't have been able to be possible without him. He is a dedicated and thoughtful public servant and is really an important conservative leader. And it was he and his staff that really helped put this together. And I just want to say thanks to Steve King. As the co-host, I get to take a little bit of time to thank some folks, and it's important to do this. And then I want to thank my family for putting up with the stress that these types of events cause. My wife, Susan, and one of our children, Isabella, is here, and our other 3 kids, I hope, are watching on television today back at home in Maryland. But this is a great day to be able to share with our family, and I have family here from Alabama as well. Next thing I want to do is recognize a couple of folks who really helped make this possible. My good friend Al Moore is here from St. Louis, Missouri, and Al was inspired to become the primary financial sponsor of this historic event as a tribute to the memory of his dear wife, Betty, who just passed away in April. Thank you, Al, for your continued service to America in the defense of liberty. We couldn't have made this happen without you. Somebody else who's I want to recognize is Bob and Rebecca Mercer, who are here from New York. They are tremendous patriots who really spend a lot of time supporting conservatives all across and organizations all across the country. I want to thank our lunch sponsor, the Tea Party Patriots, for providing our lunch today. And our other sponsors, Town Hall Media, Red State, Sean McCutcheon, American Legacy PAC, are all our sponsors for the day, and I want to thank them for all they do for the conservative movement. Now, Ronald Reagan said, and I quote, "Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it on to our children in their bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same." Now, that's why we're all here today, as patriotic Americans and conservative activists, to ensure that freedom and opportunity that we all grew up with will still be here when our children and our grandchildren are grown. Because this is not guaranteed. We must be vigilant and see to it that the American dream survives for future generations. It was in 2008 that Barack Obama told us he was going to fundamentally transform America. Well, 6 years later, we all know what that means now. For Obama, it all started with slowly but surely chipping away at our God-given liberties, a daily assault on the family, the free market economy, and our men and women in uniform. To defeat him, we must dedicate ourselves to stopping Obama's massive government intrusion into our lives. However, what the past 6 years have really proven is that his liberal policy agenda does not work and never will. President Obama has enacted much of his failed agenda, like Obamacare, through shady maneuvering, or like amnesty through executive fiat. That's not governing. Under Obama, government has inserted itself into the lives of Americans like never before. It regulates more, it spends more, and it takes more of our money in taxes than any government in history. For many reasons, Our country is mired in darkness. Our left-wing Hollywood culture is vulgar, frivolous, and profane. It no longer values life or human dignity. It mocks religion and treats our traditional values and those who still hold them as objects of ridicule. It calls traditional values offensive and exalts the obscene. Our federal government has become the nightmare that our founding fathers warned us about. But we can reverse it. As long as there are patriotic conservatives willing to stand up for the America of our founders, the America that Reagan believed in, the America that saved the world from totalitarianism and created the most vibrant economy the world has ever known. Together, we can do it again. But the liberal left will not give up the power over your life without a fight. So you must get involved in saving America. As Edmund Burke said, the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Today, you're going to get a chance to hear from America's great conservative leaders, leaders who are on the front lines of defending your individual liberty. From state houses to boardrooms to the presidential debate stage, these men and women believe in American exceptionalism and that our best days are yet to come. That we still think that shining city on the hill that Ronald Reagan spoke so fondly of is still there. Leaders who will cut taxes, slash wasteful spending, and beat back the crushing burden of government regulation. This unprecedented lineup of American leaders will be the ones who formulate the policies with your guidance that will get America back on the right track. They stand tall for the family and our sacred values. They stand up for marriage. They stand up for the lives of our most vulnerable citizens, the unborn. These leaders are not afraid to tell the truth that evil exists in America, in the world. They believe in the United States of America that leads the world by standing for freedom. These leaders understand that Islamic terrorists are on the march and America must acknowledge it, confront it, and destroy it, period. But they cannot win this fight alone. They need you. They need Americans from all across the country to join with them if we're going to save America. But we know, like Reagan, that America's best days are yet to come. And that if we know that if we restore American values and American liberty, that we can fix our problems and become that shining city on the hill once again. Our values are too strong. Our people are too good to be defeated. America's moral compass is not broken. Every time we have faced an enemy who would deprive us of our liberties, we have defeated them, and this time will be no different. Oh, now, despite Obama's rosary rhetoric at the State of the Union, the reality of our economy is it is still struggling, and Obama's economic policies have failed miserably. Crony capitalists work hand in hand with government bureaucrats to secure special favors and special treatment while hardworking Americans lose their jobs and their homes. President Obama and the liberal elites in Washington don't value an honest day's work and instead think government dependency is the best we can do as a nation. Well, we know better. And we know that when we unleash the economic power of the free market, that America's economy will be great once again. Our national leaders and policies must empower people to succeed. No government handout can give someone the dignity that comes with earning a paycheck and supporting a family. Our hope for a better tomorrow must rest in the free enterprise system and the knowledge that it is the only way to build a lasting prosperity. Under President Obama, his administration and his administration, our foreign policy has become a disgrace. America is far less secure and far less respected around the world since Obama took office. Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton's record of national security have been a dismal failure. Whether it is fighting Islamic terrorism, Iran, Syria, Libya, the Russian reset, or our relationship with Israel, Obama and Clinton have damaged America's national security and our standing with our allies around the world. Restoring freedom, no matter how hard we fight for it, will be meaningless if we cannot defend it. During the Obama administration, America has seemed weak, limping from one international crisis to another while our enemies grow bolder. America must provide the moral clarity for the rest of the world to follow. The tyrants of the world today are no different than the tyrants of the past. They are all at heart cowards who fear the cleansing power of liberty above all else. America must once again project strength and be a fearless champion of freedom all around the world. There is nothing stopping us from being great once again. We can and must restore our economic, social, and religious liberties. Let that fight begin here and begin now. Our children and our grandchildren deserve nothing less. Let's not let freedom become a memory. Liberty is a gift bestowed upon us by God, and therefore government cannot take it away. But we must fight for it. We must reestablish and recommit to our traditional values: faith, family, and freedom. Thank you, and God bless America.